Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 15th through the 21st. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising. You might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, months, years, it's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. It's a general reading. So just take what does, leave what doesn't. Without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising. Move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card that's coming up here for you all is the Two of Wands. I'm trying to think which other sign got the Two of Wands. It may have been Sagittarius. So some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have a Sagittarius placement, you may want to check out that reading for this week. Two of Wands could be about partnerships, okay? So some of you may be coming into a partnership or a collaboration. Two of Wands asks us to really kind of do our research and weigh the pros and cons before committing to something. So a lot of the times in my readings, I see Two of Wands come up when someone is making you an offer, okay? They know that you're going to be super beneficial to them, but they also know that you don't realize how beneficial you're going to be to them, and they may be shortchanging you. They may be lowballing you here a little bit. But if you do your research, you realize and you understand, what you're bringing to the table, and you can negotiate better, right? You can negotiate to where you're setting yourself up for a fair exchange. Also, Two of Wands for me in my readings comes up when you may be going into a situation where there's like expectation versus reality. You may have a certain expectation, but once you commit to the situation or you accept the offer, you're like, man, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. And then you're all disillusioned. Then you're all upset, right? And Spirit is trying to say this isn't a bad situation, but the expectation is not lined up with the reality. So you might be setting yourself up for disappointment, and then you're going to be like, oh, this is terrible, this is the worst. You're going to be wanting to get out of it, and it doesn't have to be that way. This could actually be a really good situation for you. If you go in with the knowledge, if you go in with knowing the reality of it, it can be something that you can really use to your benefit and to your favor. But you might need to do a little bit more research here. If you're dealing with a person, maybe you're working on some kind of collaboration or partnership, or coming to some kind of agreement with somebody in your life, or even a job, a supervisor. Maybe they're trying to get you to go to a different department, or they're offering you a promotion, or somebody's offering you a job. Ask questions and be specific, because what you think of something may not be what they think of something. So if it was in a personal situation, I'll give you an example. If somebody tells you, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I want to go slow right now, right? And so you might think, okay, this person wants to be in a relationship with me, but they're like not in a hurry to get married, or they're not in a hurry to put labels on things. And that's cool. I'm not rushing things. I'm not in a hurry either. But you think that you're going to go into this relationship with this person and that they're only focusing on you. Meanwhile, in their mind, we're taking it slow might mean we're not committed, right? And they're out and they're dating other people. And you think that you guys are just taking it slow, getting to know each other. Or, your idea of taking it slow is, okay, we'll date for a few months, and then we'll figure out in a few months if we're going to be a couple or not. And their mind of taking it slow might be, we'll just see what happens, right? We'll just see what happens. We'll just kind of like whatever, right? And then you end up in a situationship. You've been taking it slow for 3 years. So ask questions. Taking it slow, what does that mean to you? What is slow to you? How much time do you think is enough time to know if somebody is right for you? And if they say, well, I don't know, then you might know not to hold your breath with this person or not to get involved. Ask specific questions. What does that mean for you? What does that look like for you? What are your expectations, right? Define things. Define things, because your definition might not be the same as their definition. And then that way you can avoid miscommunication and confusion. Your next card here is the King of Wands. So, as I said, I feel like the Two of Wands came out for Sagittarius, and now we have fire sign energy here. King of Wands. So some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. Or Two of Wands could have been for Leo also. I think it was one of the fire signs. If you have fire sign placement, you may want to check out that video this week. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign person, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. King of Wands can also be you stepping into the energy or characteristics of King of Wands, regardless of whether or not you have fire sign placement. The King of Wands is very ambitious. He's very much a go-getter. He's really creative solutions to problems, thinks outside of the box. Very much self-made man. I've read one description of the King of Wands where they said he wasn't born into power. He wasn't born into royalty, but he was born during a very difficult time, and he was able to help, find solutions for the people to come out of struggles and problems and create economy. And they were like, oh my gosh, you need to be our leader. And so some of you are rising into power. Maybe you have very humble beginnings, and maybe you're the kind of person that you didn't have anything handed to you, but you're succeeding and you're thriving and you're creating and you're building great things. And the wonderful thing about the King of Wands is because he knows how hard things have been, he doesn't take it for granted. He still stays very humble, and he's very much about helping other people. Like, he'll see somebody and be like, oh my gosh, this person has so much potential, right? I wish somebody could have taught me a lot of things back in the day, so I'm going to teach this person. I'm going to show them the ropes, or I'm going to mentor them, or give them advice, or I'm going to help them out. So some of you are coming into a time where you're coming into success, where you're going to be able to pay it forward. You're going to be able to help others or teach others, or you may have a King of Wands kind of person coming into your life who's kind of taking you under their wing. They're showing you the way. They're showing you the ropes. But there's something here about like taking your power, going for it, seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity. I feel like for a lot of you, there's some kind of solution or opportunity that's coming out of left field. Like, even if you're a really intuitive person, you really didn't see this coming, okay? But there's something here for stability, security, enterprise, taking hold and seizing this opportunity. The next card that's coming up here for Gemini is the Eight of Swords. Now, it's interesting to have the Eight of Swords coming up next to the King of Wands, because the King of Wands is that independent, go-getter energy. Nobody helped him. Nobody gave him a handout. And Eight of Swords is the energy where we feel stuck. We feel stuck. We feel trapped. We're scared and we're worried, that we need help. We need somebody to come in and help us or rescue us. So I'm going to say a couple of different things here about the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is encouraging you to embrace this King of Wands mindset, right? You're not as stuck or as trapped as you think you are. And you don't need the outside help. You have what you need within yourself to get moving and to create changes. I feel here with the Two of Wands, King of Wands, and Eight of Swords, some of you feel frustrated because you're in a situation where you're like, you feel like an offer is being made, but you may feel like it's between you and somebody else. Or you may feel as though this is someone who's like, on the fence. It could be a work situation. It could be a collaboration. It could be in your dating life. And I know a lot of people have this mindset of, well, look, I'm not an option, honey. If you have to consider between me and somebody else, you go and you be with the other person. It's good to have a confident mindset, and it's good to know our worth. We don't need to be sitting here worrying about, does somebody like us or not. But we also want to be balanced. We want to have a balanced mindset. And we might think to ourselves, what are some concerns that somebody might have about me? How might I come off in a certain way, or give a certain impression? Is it accurate of me? Like, am I comfortable with somebody having that impression of me? Or is it, something that might be a good area for me to work on? So I feel some of you Geminis might be in a situation where you feel like there's some pending offer, but you're feeling hesitation on someone's part. You feel like they're kind of hesitating here, or they don't completely have their mind made up. And the Eight of Swords is telling us this is what the issue is. Don't get mad at me, Gemini. Don't get offended, because this is not for every single one of you. But for some of you, the hesitation is that this person might be feeling like in this situation, you might not take initiative. You might not be in your confidence. You might not be in your power. You may be looking to them for a lot of direction. Or they might worry that you're putting all of your happiness like tied to them. If you're going to be happy or not, it kind of depends on, what they're doing for you or what they're providing for you. I feel like there's just this concern that they're wanting to know that you're going to take charge in this situation, or at least be in charge of yourself and be in this independent energy. They're wanting independence from you. They're wanting to see you like take leadership or take charge, right? In a work situation, it could be where you feel like, I'm such a great team player, but how come they're never promoting me? They're promoting this person, they're promoting that person. It could be because they see you as a really great team player, but they might not be seeing you take initiative. They might not see you being assertive or voicing opinions or voicing ideas. And so they kind of want to see you come out of that Eight of Swords energy. So if you're feeling like somebody is on the fence about giving you an opportunity, this could be why for some of you. The next card here is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords can indicate a time of rest, a time of pause, the need to kind of focus on our spiritual connection, prayer, meditation, okay? So with this Four of Swords, for some of you, there's a need to be in rest, okay? So maybe for you, before you take on something major right now, maybe you need a little bit more time to heal and kind of visit any insecurities that are being triggered, or any fears or worries that are being triggered by this situation, and kind of release the things that you've gone through and process all that before you're taking on something major. You may be wanting this big opportunity. You may be wanting this big advancement, but it may also be triggering a lot of fear in you. It may be triggering a lot of worry in you. And Spirit is saying, look, you're going to be that King of Wands, but maybe right now we need to take a little bit of a break, process what we've been through in the past, release our past disappointments, kind of visit where the insecurities are, fill our cup, rest, recover, recuperate. Then we can really go on to tackle the bigger things. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign, or it might add a little extra helpful information. Love readings for August are linked in the description. The weekly forecasts are linked in the description, so it'll be easy for you to find the weekly forecast videos. To schedule a private reading with me, again, link in the description. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Hopefully you all have a fabulous week. I hope to see you guys in the daily messages I post on the channel as well. Hope to see you all in the card of the day between now and next week. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.